And we're back for the final hour of A Song of Tara. And we were just about to see what Shiva was up to after having completed her first archery lesson, and probably, I imagine, having discovered that, yay, this is fun.
Yes.
Being disappointed that Connell did not show up.
I think she will have managed to find some sort of attractive instructor to have a nice conversation with instead, perhaps.
Oh, he probably has great pics and abs.
Yeah.
Someone doing archery? I assume so.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't assume
And
he's...
strong back muscles.
But, I mean, I kind of assume
And
he's wearing a
biceps.
shirt.
Yep. Well, you
can always ogle his arms.
Oh, I can totally imagine him being like, her being like, oh yeah, I heard you get so strong from this. Oh yeah, you want to see?
No. No.
Oh yeah, you wanna feel?
No. They're much more professional than that, I'm afraid.
That's okay. So for a practice lesson like this, and I ask because I wouldn't know, I don't know, would you work up enough of a sweat to have to take a shower afterwards?
In a practice session, maybe not, but I'd say it depends on how much you put into it.
You know what? Just because
Don't
showering
forget
is
the
nice,
warm up
Yeah.
and stretching afterwards.
just because showering is nice, Shiva will definitely have.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's not something you can do there, she won't have gone out onto the golf course or something, bathing in the lake.
Okay, so you get washed off, and then.
Well, I guess I head to the cairn again.
Okay, head back to the green. Okay. And as for the rest of you, you were going to have a word with the Liffey?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know what it's about, but
Just hanging out a little bit, I guess.
she is our totem.
Yo,
Go see her
Lipsker,
once
how
in
are
a
you
while.
doing?
On top of each other, I didn't hear. Sorry.
Well, Rasmus was being silly, and I said that she is our totem. We
Yeah.
should go see her once in a while.
Absolutely. Well, you you go and you have. I don't know. Are you going into the waters, or are you just standing there on the banks and observing and talking? Maybe? What are you doing?
I think Taliesin would be happy to get to wade into the water.
Yeah. Well, the watery vaguely female spirit that you saw earlier emerges from the water and laughs and splashes at you.
Is that okay?
Playfully.
She's very. Is the Liffey flirting?
No, she's just having fun.
Oh, okay. I think then Taliesin will splash back.
Well, she gratefully absorbs the splashes. It's kind of an unfair fight. She's already made of water.
Yes, which
And
I
it's
think
her own water.
Yeah.
Yes, I think Taliesin will actually call her on that. Oh, no fair! Come on.
Wait.
She
Splashing the Liffey with her own water, that's kind of like going, why are you hitting yourself?
yeah, she immediately ducks into the water when you say that, and she vanishes from in front of you. So it looks like she might have fled when you scolded her. The rest of you, of course, see that she rises out of the water right behind him, and then plays and then holds her hands over his head and opens the faucet.
So
Again,
basically tried to unmute, and then the fucking Skype didn't want to unmute.
Oh, great.
Perfect.
This is the least fair water battle I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Water fight or whatever.
Yep.
he just stands there.
Drenched.
Yes, and just looks back at her. And is thinking to himself, the only reason I'm not flipping you off right now is because you are our totem and therefore I must respect you. But only that.
At this point, someone is making a bomb into her.
Yeah, but the so you're basically plopping in as well.
Going directly for her, like,
Yes.
attack it! Poof!
And what about Fenna?
Then Finna follows suit.
Yes. So you are all bathing and splashing around in the water for a while.
Taryn wanted to be serious, and then everyone started playing around. She's like, fuck it, I'm not gonna get anything out of this.
Actually, if
And then just
we're
jump.
going for doing a bomb and splash, then Finna turns Krinos halfway into the jump.
Oh God. Okay, splash. That's
And then back.
Yes, that's a serious bomb. My goodness.
It's just the wrong time to find out you cannot swim.
You can always doggy paddle.
Okay. Do you? Wait,
You
true.
can swim.
So, is there anything in particular any of you want to do or bring up or talk to her about or anything, or are you just hanging out for a little while?
I think we can bring stuff up.
Well, it's only if there
I
is
think
something.
Taryn wanted something.
Yep, sure.
I really don't want to say all that again while we're muted.
Aww.
Well, can you summarize it?
I don't wanna.
Well, then.
But you-
It'll have to be some other time.
Okay.
Okay.
My train of thought left me when I realized I was muted, and I got angry because I couldn't unmute.
That's just horrible.
Yeah, that is.
And then the train of thought say, "Ha, fuck you, I'm gonna crash."
Mhm.
Uh,
Okay, in that case,
okay.
we just.
Well, in
we
that
just-
case, you just hang out and yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe clean her a little bit down where we haven't
Yep.
purified her.
Yes.
That
That'd be
is
good.
a routine Taryn has. She goes
Yes.
down and cleans her a little every night.
Yeah.
Now I
that's fine.
imagine us giving Livy a sponge bath.
Oh, I don't think she likes soap though.
No.
Plus, if you stick a sponge on the spirit of Liffey, she's just gonna start melting into it.
Yeah. I'm melting. Sorry. Okay. So after a while, you take off again, or
Well, Taryn
Yeah.
does chat with her, just
Yeah.
regular daily stuff of how
Yeah,
it's
of course.
going and if there's any new places that's being nasty to her.
she's right now. She's mostly concerned about the daily spillage into her. There isn't like it's not like the situation with that water plant, if you would call it that you cleaned out. It's more that in general people are still spilling all manner of crap into her.
I forget, could the rest of us understand Livy?
Yes, she's
Okay.
powerful enough that she can actually communicate with all of you.
So it's not like we're just hearing
No.
water bubbling and
No. She
In
she
the
is.
beginning, she weren't strong enough for it.
Yeah.
But she is now, especially here.
Yes, exactly. Right here between these two bridges, you would all be able to speak with her.
okay.
But that's the only thing, is that she would like for people in general to stop throwing their old scooters and plastic bags and unwanted boyfriends into her, because quite frankly it's clogging her up and it's messing.
Taryn makes a face, unwanted boyfriends.
Yeah. Though somebody threw their boyfriend in, he didn't come back up.
Oh.
Oh,
What? An
Yeah.
entire human being.
Yeah.
They been.
Yeah. I'm. Well, he's kind of still there. He isn't really moving.
Where is he?
I call anti-dips.
he is he's further along. He's down towards the mouth of the estuary. Because
We should probably get him out. That's
Okay,
probably
well,
a thing who wants to know.
you're
if I
probably going to need to. Well, you could do it, of course. She says, because you're it's down by the Jeannie Johnston, which is like, it's a tall ship that's lying permanently at quay.
Is he tied down since he doesn't move?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's what they did. They put something heavy on him and then they threw him in.
Concrete shoes?
No, it wasn't concrete shoes. It was something metal. They tied,
So,
yeah,
probably chain or something like that.
something like that, and now he's at the bottom and he's moving only very slowly because he's
That
so
is
heavy.
fucked up.
He is probably dead by now, I guess.
I'm pretty sure he is. He's been down there for a while.
Could you feel if you were dead when he hit the water?
I don't think he was.
Oh, nice.
You know, we could just give the police an anonymous tip.
Yeah, could you do that? Then they could pull him out because it's kind of invasive to have a human being in you like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will get him out.
That sounds kind of rapey.
Actually, she doesn't have an opinion on that.
Well, she's a body of water. I don't think it really applies to her in the same way.
No.
Well,
but
maybe she enjoyed
No,
having
it's just the
human
way she
beings
put
in
it.
her at some point when she
It was
nice
just the
and
way
little.
she put it.
Yes. So no,
Well-
she would appreciate it if you would please kindly let the police know to pull this person out of the water because, ew.
Well, we'll get this person out.
She says it's like having something stuck between your teeth.
Yeah, and not nice either when
No.
it's dead and starting to rot and stuff like that.
God, he's probably bloated and shit.
You want to see him, don't you?
No, I don't.
Oh,
Maybe a
for a
little.
second there you sounded.
Maybe a little.
This just for a second there you sounded really fascinated.
Grossed out, but
Taryn,
morbid fascination, morbid curiosity, like truly morbid.
Taryn looks at Tally shortly and then just goes, well, we have a lot of vampires who went missing and they're dead, and this one was dead when he hit the water.
No, he wasn't.
He
Just tell me
wasn't.
that he was alive. He only died when the water rushed into his lungs.
Well,
In the case
Don't
of
make
this,
it sound like it's Livy's fault.
Water
Well-
flows how it does. You can't really.
she
I
shrugs
don't-
a
I don't-
little, says I'm kind of, yeah, that's how the laws of nature work.
Yes, I don't blame water for being wet. That's kind of defeats the purpose.
well, this really was a way of getting rid of your boyfriend. There are easier way to do it. But okay.
So you would let someone know to pull him out?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
There's also a good chance that there's a family who wants him back. Not like this, but knowing is always better.
Oh, right. Of course.
Depends how long ago it was. I mean, your perception of time might be a little your idea of him only being a short time might have been.
Last year.
No,
Yeah.
it was yesterday.
Oh,
Oh my!
still dead.
Did you see who pushed the poor fellow in?
No, I didn't notice anything until. I mean, it's, as I said, it's down by the estuary. I'm not very clean down there.
No, of course.
We will see to it. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's go and at least let's go and at least move the thing so it can be seen, and then contact the cops.
Yep. We might as well do that now.
Yep.
So we go.
You go.
Hugo.
Finna!
Don't blame Fenna, blame Helen.
When you're writing in Finna's name.
I'm not very
Yeah.
keen down there.
I waited for someone to catch on to it.
What's that? What?
Yeah.
Lippy has
Liffy
personal
going, I'm not very
knowledge.
clean down there.
Yes,
Karen
really.
swims inside and climbs up because
Yes.
Fenna is being icky.
No, Fenna didn't say anything.
Yes, she did.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, she did.
Say it, she thought it.
All right, guys.
Let's just go and and free a bloated corpse from the river's water, can we please?
Oh,
That doesn't
I
sound-
vote on me.
Let's go
Let the
remove-
police do it.
Let's go remove the unwanted man in her nether regions.
God, you guys are horrible.
Like
You are
down
really
there.
horrible.
Come on.
Get the spatula. We'll get
I'm
him
not-
out.
I'm not getting involved in these double entendres. I to use another water-related pun, I'm washing my hands of this.
Oh God! Oh, you're getting worse.
Well,
But at
Seriously.
least you didn't die down there. He did.
let's just get it out.
Yes. Okay, guys. You guys, you take off and go back into the Tellurian or what?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. And head where?
And then we head down to see if it's, if there is any feasible reason we would be able to see it so that we can call the police.
Well, there's nothing to see down by the ship in question. It's there's nothing that can actually be seen down there.
No, it's so murky. They chose the right place to get rid of a body,
Yes,
basically.
yes, they definitely did.
Then Terran gives an anonymous tip that there's a guy by the ship.
Yeah.
Chained to something.
Yes. All right.
Mhm.
Well, somebody is going to probably handle that. Obviously, it's not something that you can really stick around to wait for.
And then we go back, I guess.
Yes.
Well, Taryn at least is heading back. She has a couple of pictures she needs to show the others of Benna licking a toad.
Frog. Okay.
And catching flies.
Yeah. Back. You guys get back to the green, which is probably roughly around the same time everyone else gets back to the green.
Joy.
Simba, you gotta see this.
I think I'm going to add to my bragging rights. Caught a bunch of flies with my bare hands without killing them.
That's a good point, actually. I need to mention Dublin North.
Doesn't that seem like something that's brag-worthy?
Yep.
Either that.
They're
I mean,
all
as long as
gonna-
it's on purpose.
Yeah,
If it wasn't,
and-
it would be really sad.
They're also probably going to need some context for it. Anyway,
You get a gift.
you all.
Explode.
No, you don't. You don't explode. I know you really want people to explode because that's what you always say, but no, you do not in fact explode. Yeah, I am
I
really.
see.
Get
yeah.
back.
I'm dull like that. I know. I'm boring and stuff,
Yeah, very.
especially stuff.
Especially stuff.
Most definitely stuff.
So we all meet up.
You all meet up.
All of us? Including Mr. Hissyfit?
Yep, Mr. Hissyfit wanted to go back to find Line, as I understood it.
Ooh, Mr. Fizzy Hit.
Well, so the thing is, before he does that, before he arrives at the green, what are the chances in this age of smartphones where we don't have to remember any phone numbers? What are the chances that Connell actually knows Fenna's phone number?
I'd say he does.
Okay, so
Or maybe-
before
Nala could also maybe have a phone on her.
She doesn't.
Does-
She
Has her
doesn't-
phone.
She doesn't have
She
a phone
doesn't.
on her. No.
Okay.
So at some point, Connell mentions to Nala that they need to stop by a payphone or something. I'm sure there is at least one of them in Dublin.
Yeah, maybe
maybe.
one.
Maybe?
Yeah, maybe there's one, and it's been broken into like 500 times.
Oh,
It's
God.
like in a museum.
Okay, so
That's
Connell
part of the
buys.
exhibition.
Connell goes to some electronics store and buys fucking cheap.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, there's cheap ass
Telephone.
phone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Gets
gets one of those. Basically a burner phone, Ted's squad.
yeah. That's very easy to get. You can
And
have
then
you can have a
he-
phone like that in your hand in a total of probably about 5 minutes, because all Connell has to do to avoid getting the sales pitch for 100,000 other ridiculous nonsensical things is to look at the salesperson with a slight scowl, and then no, I'm not going to sell him anything.
Yeah. I want him out of the store ASAP. Okay, so I think Connell texts Fenna mentioning that she'll want to be at the green, and he'll give her 1 hour.
Does she say who he is?
No.
Connell doesn't think that far. He just says you'll want to be in the green 1 hour from now.
Fenna just looks at Taryn and Tally. I'm assuming that they are on their way back to the green.
Yeah.
Right now. I think I'm being extorted.
Why?
Fenna just does a phone with a message.
Taryn just takes her phone
Yeah.
and hacks it to find out who the hell did that.
That's a good question, because it's an unlisted number on an unlisted
There would be no
phone.
way to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Ted's squad, so
Yeah, there's no person.
there are no subscriptions or anything.
Exactly.
But every phone has a GPS today.
Yes, but that doesn't really say anything about this.
To be fair, he bought a super cheap phone, like the cheapest he could find. It might not.
So the kind that doesn't have one.
Yeah.
Maybe. That's up to Joan, really.
Yeah, it's the cheapest model you can find. Some built-in Taiwan bullshit that is made by child laborers and falls to pieces after 5 minutes of use.
No, Nokia still makes phones for old people that are just a non-touch screen with color if you're lucky, and then the number buttons and navigational stuff that can't even go on the internet. They still make that.
So yeah, that's
something horrible. Anyway, yeah.
Sorry, AJ.
Then she just shrugs and say, "Well, crawl back."
That would be the smart and sensible thing to do.
Yep.
Can't do that.
Wait,
Yes.
The spirits did tell her that he was out without a phone now, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Then
did
she just
they mention that it was
well,
without a phone?
crawl back.
Oh.
She haven't told anyone else that he's without a phone. He's back in town.
Yeah.
That's helpful.
Didn't think that the phone thing would be important.
She calls the number back.
Call back.
Oh, no, wait. Actually, I think she... No, just...
Did she call the number back?
No, actually not. Well, we're headed towards the green anyway. I'll find out in an hour, won't I?
Mhm.
Or within an hour.
But when we get there, we should probably both hold tally.
Why do
What?
we need to call Tally?
Well, how angry is Tally that Connell just left?
Oh, is it Connell?
Who else would write you like that?
I don't fucking know.
It's my guess that it is.
So,
I don't know for sure. I only know that he got back and he doesn't have a phone.
okay, but you want me to help holding Tally, but then who's holding me back?
But you have to too. I'm not gonna hold you. You can't do shit to him anyway.
Tully holds his hand up in the
Are
kind
you
of
saying I'm
child.
useless?
I think you're being ignored, Tally.
Yes, I would say he's holding his hand up like I'm being ignored.
I'm just saying you're less strong than him.
Tally backs away from Taryn slowly.
I'm pretty sure you would lose in a fight with him.
I
could take him
tell
on.
people that.
Wait,
Out
isn't
of
she?
character, how many dots does Tally have in strength?
3.
So they're a match.
Yeah, well, Karen doesn't know that. She just knows that the guy is usually stronger.
Oh god,
I heard
somebody
my
tell
name
that to
mentioned.
Kat or Xenia.
Well, it is biology. It is pure biology. Guys get strong easily. Much more easily.
Yes.
Okay, so basically Taliesin pipes in to say, to be honest, I'm not going to be that pissed if I see him, I promise.
But Shiva probably would, and last we saw her, she was already there.
So, best
Well,
would be
let's
going
get
back.
there.
Yeah, let's go there before everyone tears each other to pieces.
Right.
Idea.
And then you guys actually make it back to the green. As I said,
Yes.
roughly around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Joy.
Joy of joys.
Okay, so we turn up. Who do we find first? Who do we see first?
You
I
see
would like
Shiva.
I would like to petition the GM to have arrived slightly before the others.
Yes, you are the first person they see.
Yes.
Okay.
In that case, Taryn grins widely and then just runs to her. You gotta see this! And then starts showing her pictures of Finna trying to catch flies and licking a frog.
That's very interesting. Why?
The gift she wanted.
So she had to try and make it a prince?
Well, basically, it wanted flies in return. And
Uh-huh.
then she had to lick it to actually receive the gift.
Uh-huh.
She did complain that there was
Cool.
no lucid colors after, but still.
So did she get the gift?
Yep.
Well, that's good then.
Why do they not sell bigger packets of gum?
Perhaps you should try
Perhaps
licking
it's
yourself.
Because you're not supposed to chew a truckload of them at the time.
Shiva, I've tried, but even I am not that flexible.
Fenna, you're
Yeah.
clearly using the wrong form.
Oh, brilliant! Funny.
What were you doing with your spare time, Shiva?
Well, I stayed here for most of it. I went to get some archery training in,
Oh,
and then I went back.
sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, most of the leeches are gone, so I don't know
Yeah.
how efficient archery will be, but it's a good skill to have.
Yeah, well,
It can be used in a lot of ways.
yeah. The Umbra's been a lot quieter with the vampires removal.
I'm guessing that's a good thing.
Yes.
Speaking of the Umbra, when we went by a bookshop in the Umbra, we saw an advertisement advertising Una as one of the migrating people to America.
Are
In
you
the 19th,
sure?
Taliesin whips out the book and holds it up.
Yep.
So what does it look like now? The same? Or
It
different?
looks like a about 50-year-old book.
But what about the cover?
The cover is it wasn't a dust cover that was on it. It was a as I said, the advertisement is a poster with her on it. The
Okay,
book
so-
itself is an ordinary looking book, but there are pictures in it. There are photos in it.
Okay, flip it open
Did
to the
anyone
woven
remember
page.
the page?
So what you're saying is that the Flux Realm sent them back in time, and they're now lost forever.
Or the Umbra is ingraining what is in the Umbra, and the Flock Realm is spitting the information around.
That sounds better, because then we can get them out. I don't know how to time travel.
So do we find the page that originally
Yeah,
had?
yeah, sure. Sure.
And what's the picture?
The picture is still Una.
Oh, good.
Not so good.
I was being sarcastic and out of character.
What is the name of the book?
Irish immigrants to the United States, 1962 or 1862, 1870.
Then Taryn looks it up online to see if it's the same here.
Yep, it is.
still Una.
Yep.
Taliesin is
It's just like, oh, it's probably just that, and then she hits it up, and her face goes even paler than it used to be. Like, oh fuck.
I'm gonna go home and sleep. Wake me up when the world is right again.
Well, right around that time is
Then
when
that is just
that is
silly.
when
Hasn't
he-
been for the last couple of years.
that is when your last group member arrives.
So, does Nala need any kind of assistance, or is she able to walk on her own?
She's able to walk on her own, but she clearly isn't feeling too good.
Okay, then Connell has his arm around her just in case.
Yeah, just in case. She
yeah,
seems quite
and-
happy with that because she does have to stop once in a while. She hasn't unclenched her fists since you guys left the orphanage.
Okay, so that's what the others see.
Yeah.
Connell and Nala approaching.
Probably notice Connell first.
She's hiding her. Basically, she's folding her arms across her and putting her fists in the opposite. What's it called? Armpit. And walking. It's slightly hunched over, like she's in some kind. Some real pain, in fact.
The only thing Saren sees when she looks up it is, oh, there's Connell, and he's kidnapped a girl.
Well, Finna sees Connell and like straightens up like, I'm going to tear up, and then she sees Nala and then just straight up runs towards him and embraces them both.
Cool. Connell, what's it called? Embraces her back.
He dodged the bullet.
Oh, only temporarily, I think.
Oh my god, you found him. Nala, are you okay? Are you okay?
This is. She looks up at Connell. This is her, right? This is her.
Lena, you may want to know that Nala's memory isn't what it used to be. She doesn't remember you. And yes, Nala, this is Lena. This is one of your closest friends.
That makes. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't. It's all so foggy. I do remember you. Somehow I remember you. I can't remember what for.
Finna hugs her. Let's get you to a bench.
Yeah, yeah.
Sit down.
She's
Lena?
not taking her hands out of her armpits, by the way.
Lena,
What is it?
something's happened to her. She's not one of us, but something's happened to her.
One of you?
Oh no.
She mentioned angels.
One dot in a cult. Do I know anything about angels?
They're in the Bible.
They're in the handouts.
and in the Quran. And
Yeah, I was
in
gonna
the
say.
So
Talmud,
there is
but
one.
other than that, no, not a whole lot. They're kind of these religious creatures, but yeah, that's roughly it.
Yeah, but there's Taryn. Actually, yeah, Taryn should say it because she. No.
What?
Oh, so you were trying to say something, and I think we spoke over you about there being an angel.
Well, we've all in this sept heard about the fucking angel walking around with wings that the rest of the sept wanted to rip off him because humans weren't supposed to have them.
Oh yeah, I do somehow.
And he walked around with a little girl who had the woundies on her arms and on her feet and only waited for one or something.
Azrael, stigmata.
Yeah.
You're saying that Taliesin then thinks about what that means, and then looks to Nala.
Wait, I thought we were out of character.
Same.
Are we? Okay, fair enough. Sorry.
Parents wouldn't speak like that to people.
Okay, so let's go back into it from where we were set off then. Okay.
Well, Finna's getting Nala to a bench to sit down.
Yep. Well, she sits.
Yeah.
Taryn slowly walks over. Is everything alright?
Apparently not.
Hey, that's Noala! Where did you find her? Taryn looks at Connell.
I know stuff.
Oh god. The bullshitometer just went through
That's
the
why
roof.
she's like that.
That in fact, that registers as a 9.0 on my personal bullshitometer.
Can
I
continue
know
now?
stuff.
What did you say, I am?
I asked if I could continue now.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes you can.
Nala,
If you-
what do you remember?
Hello.
No,
I
I-
want
Sorry.
to say something.
If you drove her over and that is why she's hunched over like that, I will beat you up.
You can just try. It's been a
So,
while since I had a good fight.
Where did you find her? We kinda need to know why she's like this, don't we?
That has no bearing on where I found her. Has no bearing on why she's like this. I found her in an orphanage north of Dublin.
How many orphanages is there in this city?
A few, but not that many.
How many are there in the north?
2 or 3. It's the world of darkness. There are more orphans.
Okay, so you found her in an orphanage in the north? In the north?
Mm-hmm. In sorts. Fair chance.
And just
orphanage.
get banned by a very nice Indian?
He was kind of rude. He kept staring at me.
People likes to stare at you. It's
I'm
a
hot.
thing.
I know.
Okay. If it's the place I think it is, then I've worked there.
It's
Anyway.
the fair It's the Fair Chance Orphanage, Taryn.
Yeah, we're well into there. Nice people.
I don't think so. He kept staring at me.
Well, Connell, it's because you have that effect on people.
I'm lovable.
She,
Yeah, Taliesin's. There is a scoff. There is the scoff.
Oh my god.
Tara goes
Definitive.
back to completely ignoring him.
Hmm.
Oh my heavens, the level of conceit is mighty.
The amount of glaring he's receiving from Shiva.
Yes, yeah, in fact, I know what. Taliesin suddenly looks at Connell with a look of shock on his face and says, "Oh my God, Connell, there's something wrong with your head."
I've been told that before.
No, but seriously, there's something wrong with your head. You've got it stuck up your ass.
No. It's sitting quite nicely here on my neck.
Can we concentrate on the girl who's obviously in pain?
Well, yeah, Fenna has just been ignoring the others.
Yeah, that's probably the best.
Nala, can you tell me what you remember?
I was
What's
walking.
No. Before that? What's wrong?
It hurts.
You don't seem well.
It hurts.
What hurts?
My hands.
Your hands?
Yeah.
Fenna takes one of her hands, and if she doesn't open it, she'll just like.
Well,
Yeah,
when
indeed.
she takes it out, it's absolutely covered in blood.
What happened?
Healer.
Medic!
Sharon just
Medic!
and
Yep.
then she looks at her hand like, what the hell did she do to her hands?
Well, when you get it out and she's shaking and it's clearly in pain, and when you manage to get her hand open, she's not very. It's not easy because it's almost like she's cramping. But when you do get it open, there's a hole right in the middle of her palm. There's a
God.
pretty horrific wound in the middle of her palm.
Does it hurt the same way in the other hand?
Yeah.
we should get her somewhere else. No one else sees me helping her.
Yeah.
Let's. My apartment is closest.
It comes and it goes.
Mentioned ain't.
Okay, Taryn is not stupid. You know what stigmata is.
It stops sometimes and then it comes back.
Connell said that you were talking about angels?
Yeah, I don't remember very much, but I was walking along train tracks. I remember being near train tracks. I don't know why I was there. I have no idea. It was dark. It was dark, and I was... Sorry, yeah,
Just
please.
trying to jog your memory. Could it have had anything to do with spray painting? Tagging trains?
I don't know.
Janet?
Who's Janet?
Never mind, carry on.
I was... Anyway, I was there, and there was something... There was something there, something... I don't know what it was. It was huge and terrifying, and I can't remember any of it. And
Valerian?
And then I remember being in a lot of pain. I mean, a lot of pain. Much more than this. And I think I was screaming. And I'm pretty sure that it was trying to kill me. Whatever it was. And then it's just stopped. And the next thing I know, it's my hands are bleeding. And there's a man, or I think it was a man. I'm not sure if it was a man, to be honest. But it had wings.
We should get you somewhere safe for now. I have an idea of who you met.
I just wish I could remember.
You don't need to remember right now. Right now you need to rest a little.
Don't stress about
You're
it.
safe. You're safe now. Don't worry.
Do I have a family?
Yeah.
Shouldn't they know where I am?
Finna gets kind of quiet because they haven't issued, like, they haven't reported him
Nope.
missing or anything.
No.
So that's really strange, and she doesn't know what to say. You know what? Okay, Finna's putting up, not Liar's face, but her actual lying face.
Yeah.
We'll let them know for you. You don't...
Okay.
We don't want to stress them with, you know, you not remembering or anything.
Oh, right. So when probably a good idea to wait until I actually remember them.
At least give it a little bit of time.
Okay.
Maybe remember them later.
Think things through, and but we'll let them know that you are safe.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
See,
Finna's like, I don't know if we're actually going to tell them right now because I don't know what's up with them.
Her that, when you tell her that, the wounds on her palms close. The blood vanishes. It just sinks into her skin and vanishes. There's nothing to be seen. She was bleeding profusely a moment ago. There's nothing to see now.
Okay.
Taryn lets go of her hands. And then looks up at her. You said this happens, comes and goes.
Yeah.
Do you think your emotions have anything to do with it?
I have no idea.
Does that seem to go away when you were relieved we would tell your family?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't
Let's
know.
get you away from here at first.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just going to roll wits against the worst fucking case of curiosity. I mean, the meanest case of curiosity.
Yeah.
What the hell?
That is curious, and Bennett does have a science specialization in experiments, but this is not something I want her to be that curious about. I'm just gonna roll it. So like 4d10. Oh, it's probably not that high a difficulty. So.
Do I actually want to hurt my friend? No.
No.
No, I just wanted
Maybe
to see
not.
That's
I
two
just wanted to see
successes.
how big a part of her was that curious. Like, should we find out, and how much it's beaten away of by the nope. And it's beaten by the nope, not doing that.
That is probably for the best.
And Taryn helps her up and starts guiding her back to her apartment, seeing that is the closest.
Yep. And you get there easily enough.
I should probably mention that Colonel doesn't follow. When they start leaving, assuming they all do, he sits down on a bench and just watches them leave. He stays on the green.
I think in that case Shiva would stay behind as well.
Okay. No problem. So while the other two take Nala back to the apartment,
Are you discounting Tally now?
3. Sorry. Yes.
I don't know if Tally is staying or coming with us. He hasn't said anything.
Should he stay or should he go now?
I mean, if he looks like he's going to stay, Shiva will suggest he goes with them.
Oh, she's gonna yell at him and rip his head off. Okay.
What? So
No.
what's
If
what's
Taliesin looks like he's about to suggest he stays as well, Shiva will urge him to go with the others.
go with the others as in go with the ones who aren't with her, or go with her?
Go with the ones who are leaving.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go with them.
That's what she's suggesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because he is the alpha. Maybe he wanted to spank Connell too.
Sure.
No, I'm good. I say we'll go with them.
No, I'm good.
No, it's quite late, and we've only got. Well, it's nearly
Yeah, it's
10 o'clock
nearly
this
there,
time.
yeah.
In that case, I definitely have something I would like to say to Connell before we end.
There's
The
a lot of
session.
noise in the background.
Yeah, the girls are being rather loud right now. Yeah. In that case, there's. I would definitely like to say something to Connell before I forget it.
Sure.
If we're about to end, that is.
We're probably shortly, yes.
So when Connell sits down on the bench, Shiva stands in front of him.
Yeah.
And looks at him for a little while, and then she says, "Are you going to challenge for Alpha?"
So before she says this, Connell's gaze is locked on the grass before him, or the gravel, as the case may be, and it's the jaws in his the muscles in his jaws are clenching fiercely. But when she says that, he looks up at her, quite surprised actually, because that was not what he was expecting. If you had asked me yesterday, which you wouldn't be able to because I wasn't here, I know, you can yell at me later. But if you had asked me yesterday, I'd definitely have said yes. I would challenge him for Alpha, because in my honest opinion, I think Tally is the least qualified among us to lead the pack. But now I'm not so sure.
Well, in that case, I suggest that until you do know, you get in line, or we will make you.
Interesting.
Do you understand
That's-
me, Connell?
I hear what you're saying, Shiva. And I would advise you to never, ever say that to me again. Do you hear what I'm saying, Shiva?
What I am hearing is you trying to intimidate a packmate who's telling you to cooperate.
I don't give a shit what you're hearing, Shiva. I just want to know if you understand what I said.
Get in line, Connell, or I will personally see to it that you are beaten up until you do.
Wow. I think, unless Connell really wants to answer that, I think that is just about the perfect place to stop.
I think so too.
Oh, I had Lana hope to hear.
Because I have some stuff I need to consider now.
I think so. Alright, well, that's it for tonight. That's 2 XP for everyone.
Cool.
And yeah, I think that was I hesitate to use the word calmer and quieter, but it's very different than when it's been for a while, obviously. But that's not a bad thing. So I am going to call it for the evening. And
also, that was some cold rage.
Holy shit, that was some cold rage. It was really good, actually. It was really damn good.
That is how she works.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm going to still going to remind people to keep their bragging stuff ready, because it's coming up hopefully next time, or at least the time after that, before we start the next actual part of the story for real. We will definitely have a moot. So yeah.
Yes, with what little might be left of the Raven's Eye Sept, considering that.
Well,
we know at least one of them's been completely displaced in time.
We shall see.
Yeah.
But until then, I will. Yeah. I will just say thank you for a pleasant evening, and see you next time. And that goes for the listeners as well. So bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.